Hello everyone, and welcome to my review of set 75286, or General Grievous' Starfighter. Now this set has 487 pieces and two caveats. The first one being that it's raining, and second of all, my General Grievous, or the General Grievous that I'm using for this, does have two arms missing, although the set does come with 3 for each side. 4 of them are just gone, so you will have to make do with that. But the box art here has it over greenish world. Don't believe it to be Kashyyyk, because it doesn't really seem like Kashyyyk, but green world, and we've got General Grievous escaping, blasting up. It could be Utapau, but then again, I don't remember what Utapau looks like as like a planetary wise. Moving on, you do get Obi-Wan Kenobi, a airborne trooper from Obi-Wan's Legion, and also General Grievous, which is also why the set is so expensive. But if we move over to the back of the box, you can see the newly redesigned wing, central wing at the back that can now get you the proper positioning of the landing, which is very nice. You get the airborne trooper shooting at General Grievous. From there, he doesn't seem too aware that there is that airborne trooper back there, but they had to fit him in somewhere. You've got Obi-Wan Kenobi facing off against General Grievous. You've got the but spring-loaded shooter missile launcher over there in the center. You've also got the lightsaber storage, and you've just got it landed there with the cockpit open so that you can put General Grievous there, or Obi-Wan Kenobi to make their escape, depending on how you want to do. And this is Utapau, so probably the front of it is also Utapau, but who knows, really. Alright, now on to the minifigs. First minifigure up is General Grievous with some mismatched arms, so I do apologize for that, but normally they're going to be like the two at the front, where, if I give you a side profile, they curve a bit so that you get a bit of, more realistic grabbing, and then this one is actually the same. It's just an older version of the General Grievous arm, where it kind of curves out so you get a bit more angularity than the regular droid arm, which is actually good that I have them in comparison, except General Grievous does have a hard time standing. The back is nothing too special, it just has the droid cross-section there so that you kind of get nothing too special. It's just like a white body with a little bit of stuff. His face does have a bit of detail. It has the General Grievous, menacing look. He does have, the horns detailing. It's a nice droid, I will put it that. It's also very expensive as a minifigure, so take that with a grain of salt. If you like General Grievous, then you might as well have a General Grievous minifigure. It's good. There are definitely cheaper sets with General Grievous, but also it's easily to break. I know, because I've had my Clone Wars General Grievous break on me. And, well, he's not in such a good position. So, I do understand that this minifigure, although expensive, is also prone to breaking. So, keep that in mind. He is nice, though. Let's move on to the next one. Obi-Wan Kenobi in this set, as many may tell you, is a bit incorrect. And I'm going to, because the screen's a bit fuzzy, but he is a little bit incorrect, as he does use the Mustafar torso plate, or chest piece, which is not correct, because at that point he would have killed General Grievous, so kind of continuity error, but he does get a blaster, and then he also does get his lightsaber. He does get his cloak. It does have the burn marks as though he was just from Mustafar. The reason why he was at Mustafar before Utapau beats me, but that's apparently the chronological order of things in this. He does have a bit of detailing as well, like most cloaked characters or Jedi robes. They kind of have the robiness, if that's a word. You kind of get the ending of the robe so it looks more like a robe rather than just like a shirt. If we go to the back, you've got the hood, which is kind of put down, and then more burn marks plus the belt. Nothing too special. You've got his comb over hair. At the front, he does have a beard, which is what you'd expect, and a bit of facial expression. He's a bit upset there, but if we go ahead and remove the head, he's a bit more normal-faced, I guess. It still looks like he's kind of upset. So, definitely an interesting character to get here. It's definitely one of the more common figures, especially after I made a video specifically dedicated to having 50 Obi-Wans on screen. So, definitely an inclusion here. Makes sense for this set. Do we need another Obi-Wan? Maybe not. Now, finally, is the Airborne Trooper, and I think I'm most excited for the Airborne Trooper because it's another clone trooper, but it's a Nice one. At that, we're getting some new airborne troopers from Mace Windu's division in the new fighter tank, which is nice. And I feel like we've seen the other guys in a decent amount of sets where it's like, yeah, these guys again. Like, I'm not against it, but I think getting the airborne trooper, which is something definitely fresher, is nice. I think we've gotten a few before in other sets, but they're kind of rare, so I think it's nice to get some more. He does actually get the pauldron, which is very nice. We haven't seen the pauldron for quite a bit, but seeing like that waist pauldron is very nice. Now, his helmet is very nicely detailed with the orange to signify his 212th, I think it is, so that's nice. You do get some, like, he does have the breathing, like, apparatus to be slightly different because he is falling from the sky, basically. If I remove that, though, he does have the newly clone head, which is very nice. You know, the tanner complexion to better match Jango Fett, which is nice. We also got some body armor. I think that's also supposed to be like one of those side pauldrons that you might see Captain Rex wear. Makes sense on this figure, because like it would make sense to actually have the physical thing there, but they just printed it on the torso. A lot of orange detailing and just like battle ready gear, which is nice. You know, the belt also has some orange, which is nice. Very detailed figure. If we go down to the waist, like the belt and the waistcoat, there's like some knee pads there, which are different colored, which is nice. You know, you're getting some different colors there to add it for some contrast. The back has the continuation of the belt with like the regular clone gear with a little bit of adjustments to the belt, plus you get that strap, which is very nice. Overall, probably my favorite figure in the set. The back of the helmet is a little bit different than your regular clone helmet, as it has a bit more bulk to it, which is actually pretty nice, because you get a lot more detail that way, and it's just going to stand out in your army, which is kind of nice. So overall, if it is centered, hopefully it is. Well, I know that I just changed it, but you get the picture. Let's move on to the set itself. The ship itself is quite nice, and we're going to go with free flow mode for this, because I think that's the best way to kind of gather everything about this. Now, it does have the stud shooters at the front, which you can quite easily take off, and whether this is your preferred look is up to you. It definitely does look cleaner. There are more studs now, but if that's what you prefer, you can do that. If we go ahead, we can slide this open, which is how we get to our lightsaber compartment, since we can quite easily fit a few lightsabers in there. And then might need to pat it down a little bit, but it'll close up very nicely, and you've got some portable storage for your lightsaber so that you can actually have General Grievous fly the thing and not have to worry about where the lightsaber are going. Same thing on the other side, because there's 4 lightsabers, so you need a good amount of storage. It is a little bit more difficult to slide it open one-handed, because there is a clip that doesn't just open on you randomly, but it's a very nice detail. You do got some gold in the mix to kind of add some contrast to like the grays of the whole thing. Then we've got this stripe of tan and orange, or like lighter orange, which is very nice, kind of what you'd expect from the ship. Then we move over to the cockpit area, which can easily hold General Grievous. You've got some control panels. I've just popped General Grievous's head off. No matter, his head is not going to be needed for the demonstration. Like I said, he's decently frail, but he does fit into the ship. And realistically, that's what counts, right? He does fit into the ship. Let me see if other characters can fit, because I haven't actually tested it out yet. Okay, so it does look like other minifigs can also fit in that, which is really good. You know, that means that you can actually have Obi-Wan escape in the thing, rather than him just not being able to fit. That was just a nice feature. We have it in landed mode right now, but if we pick it up, move the little handle there, we can pick it up, we can move it around now. It's in the flight mode. If I do turn it around, we do see like the underbelly of the thing and the one spring-loaded shooter. I always get the flick fire missiles and spring-loaded shooters confused, even though I know the difference between them, so please bear in mind. But yeah, it's pretty small, but it does the job that it needs to, which is good. I think that if you picked it up on any one of the sales that happened with it, I think you'd be satisfied with it, because, well, it is a good ship. And I think that's what you want from this. The ship itself is very good. The Airborne Trooper is very nice. The only problem is that this is a set with General Grievous, which means that the price is inflated by 20-50%, which is not great. So I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye.